the outside wall here is missing, apparently because of that earthquake of 1349. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. You saw in the thumbnail, I printed the famous Colosseum in Rome. I'll give you details on this print in a few minutes, but I was lucky enough to go there not once but twice, and I'll give you my impression on the site again in a minute. But first, let's look at that. You can download the model on myminifactory.com. It's part of their 3D architectural collection. But look at that. I decided to print in silk copper because I didn't want to paint this model for different reasons. But very, very impressive model and easy to print because you do not require support to print this model. So this is 100% of the file size, and it will take 23 hours to print with the parameters I put here at the bottom of the screen. So this was built almost 2,000 years ago. It's just impressive. The construction started in 72 AD, that's after Christ, under Emperor Vespasian, and it ended in 80 AD under Emperor Titus. So the capacity of that stadium was between 50 to 80,000 people. Let's take an average of 65,000. It took more than 1,000 years to get a stadium of that capacity. A lot more than 1,000 years. So this is impressive. It's on my list of the sites that you should visit before you die. I used to travel a lot for work, and I gave my family and my friends 10 sites they have to visit before they die, and 5 are natural wonders, like the Grand Canyon is probably the best example, and 5 are what I call man-made. So structures that were made by men and women, of course. And the Colosseum is part of my 5 places that you should visit. The first time I went, I was on business in Rome, so I took only like a day off and I walked around. The second time I went with my wife, and we took a guide, and I recommend that if you go, take a guided tour because you get a lot of information. I did not know that, but in 2018, this was the most visited tourist attraction in the world. 7.4 million visitors in 2018, so this is a lot. I thought the Eiffel Tower would be among like the first, but no, it's the Colosseum. Of course, this was built for Gladiator contest and different spectacles. So unfortunately, a lot of people died at the Colosseum, but we cannot change history. And probably the best example of what was going on is in the movie Gladiator with Russell Crowe. And you can see in the movie, the gladiators are getting ready here under the stage. So there is now, if you visit the Colosseum, they did renovate part of the stage with the wooden platform. So this was wood, covered with wood and sand, as we see in the movie Gladiator. So the gladiators and animals like lions would get ready here under the platform. What else can I say about this thing? Oh yes, there was unfortunately a few earthquakes in the past 2,000 years, and the big one of 1349 did destroy the outside wall. So the outside wall here is missing, apparently because of that earthquake of 1349. And also stone robbers, well known, stole a lot of stones from the Colosseum to build different structures in and around Rome. When you look at not pictures but drawings, during the Roman Empire, it was built up. The whole area around the Colosseum was built up. But if you look at a few paintings, like there was one dated 1747, and we see the Colosseum in a semi-rural area. Like there is grass all around the Colosseum. So that's to show in different stages the environment around the Colosseum was very, very different. Oh, did you know that Rome is the first city in the world to have reached 1 million people? This is unbelievable. At the height of the Roman Empire, there were 1 million people living in the city of Rome. So, very nice model to print. It's easy to print. You don't need supports, and you can use different colors. You can print white and use some paint to make it look like the actual Colosseum, but I wanted in my case to use sealed copper. So on the Ender-3, look at that. You get an impressive quality. This is underneath, and this is usually where you see defects here, but to get this quality on the Ender-3 printer, you need a lot of tweaking, and I did, and also printed upgrades to my printer. So with that, the Ender-3 can give you this type of quality for a very low price, which is amazing. So let me check my list here, make sure I covered everything I wanted to say, and I think I did. So highly recommended, guys. This is a site that you must visit at least once in your lifetime. So thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this model, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye, guys.